Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another week. I hope you're feeling blessed. I hope you're in good spirits. So today I want to talk about a topic that a lot of persons have been reaching out to me about, which is basically how do I get access to NHT funds even though I've been living abroad for a period of time, or I want to get a mortgage here in Jamaica but I don't have a TRN. Alright, so this video I want to just go ahead and cover that topic fully. Alright, so how do you get a TRN while living overseas? So before we even jump into the details, first of all, what is a TRN? Because I know some of you probably didn't spend a lot of time in Jamaica. So a TRN is a unique 9-digit identification number assigned to each individual taxpayer, business, or enterprise by way of an automated system. So for those of you who are living in the US, I guess you could compare it to your social security number. I guess it serves a similar purpose here in Jamaica. So the good thing is, to apply for a TRN from abroad, the process really isn't that complicated. It's pretty well laid out. Right, so what you'll need to do is to complete a TRN application form. I am going to put the link to the form in the description box, so you can go ahead and check that out when you're ready. So in addition to completing and signing the application form, you also need a valid form of identification. That could either be your passport or your driver's license. Of course, because you are not doing the process in person, you're going to be sending a copy of either ID. You will need to get the copy notarized by a notary public before you send it off, or you can also get it notarized by the High Commission or the consulate in your area. All right, so now you have your application form filled out, you have your ID, everything is notarized. Now how are you going to actually get the TRN card? Right, so in order to do that, you have two options based on what I found. You could, one, have someone in Jamaica pick it up for you. To do that, you need to send an authorization letter stating the person's full name and their details, and that's basically just saying that, hey, I'm authorizing for this person to collect my card on my behalf. So yes, you will need to send that. However, when you're filling out the application, you will be required to enter your overseas address. So I did see where it was stated that they will send the card to your address. So that's also an option as well. All right, so now you have your authorization letter. If that's the option that you're going with, you have your application form filled out and you have your notarized copy of your ID. So now it's time to send off your documents. I'm going to put the address. It's a Kingston address. I'm going to put it up on the description box. That is where you will be sending all your documents to. As I would have just stated, there is a wait to receive your actual TRN card. However, when the application is received by the Taxpayer Registration Center, a TRN will be assigned and it will be sent to you via email. Okay, so now you have your TRN sorted. Let's get into how to access the NHT funds or a mortgage. Alright, so currently the NHT offers loans of up to 6.5 million Jamaican dollars at an interest rate of 5%. And trust me, you're not going to get a better offer from any financial institution on the island. Like, it is very competitive. That's why most people always try to get access to the NHT loan so that they can do their purchases. Okay, so to get access to the NHT benefits from overseas, you will need to apply to become a overseas voluntary contributor, and you must be a permanent resident or a citizen of that country. Also want to know that if you are on a work permit, you wouldn't qualify as a overseas contributor. as in you wouldn't qualify for this process that I'm going to talk about. If that is the case for you, when you come back to the island after your work period is up, you can go ahead and start out your contributions at that time. Okay, so at this point you would have completed the application form. After that, you would need to attend an interview. So I know, right? Like, you're applying for overseas contributions. However, you still have to attend an in-person interview. Like, that part is above me. But the good bit is, if you have somebody that you trust on the island to handle your business and act on your behalf, you can send an authorization letter. Of course, it needs to be notarized. If you have never contributed to the NHT, your waiting time to access benefits upon registering with the NHT is 2 years. Long story short, if you never pay any NHT before, the waiting time is 2 years. So for the first year, you can do a lump sum where you just pay all the contributions at one time. However, for the second year, you must do monthly payments, and of course, the monthly payments need to be in full and on time. After these 2 years of payments, then you can then apply to use your NHT benefits. If you are a previous contributor and you desire to resume making your contributions to the trust, the waiting time is 1 year. Of course, during this time, you will be making your monthly contributions on time. It's very important to make the payment on time. Okay, so for most persons, I think if you were working formally in Jamaica, more than likely you would qualify as a previous contributor. But of course, when you go to the interview and go through the application, they'll tell you which option you qualify for. So in terms of the monthly payment, it's going to be 3% of your proposed monthly income as stated on your application form. So they calculate it at 3% of your monthly salary. So whatever you put in the description that you make per month, that's what they go off. I'm pretty sure they have some way of verifying the figure that you put there, but that's the idea of it. So if you want to have an idea what yours will be, you can just do 3% of whatever you make every single month. And of course, when you go to the interview process, the application process, they're going to tell you, at the end, how much you're going to be paying every single month. Majority of the information is on the NHT website, so I will put the link in the description box. And I encourage you to go ahead and read it. If you are really interested in accessing the NHT benefits, I suggest that you read it for yourself and get familiar with it. There's also some information on the website in terms of your contacts. Lots of the application forms are there online as well. So guys, I will include that and you can take a look. If you haven't subscribed as yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Like, I really don't know. It only takes like 2 seconds to subscribe. So guys, please click on the subscribe button and join the Relax Toni family.